Hi guys, I just want to share with you a story about today's connection. So today's connection is a reading that I've just done today. Do you know what? I've been reading as a psychic medium for 30 years and sometimes there are those readings that really stand out to me. And today was one of those, today. This is filmed on the day that I'm sharing it. This particular reading is one of those ones that I will never ever forget. It's hard to try and explain what it's like as a psychic medium when you can fill the void that someone is longing after the loss of a loved one. When you can bring in loved ones and share precious information that is so accurate and so clear and so evidential that the people opposite you, who are complete strangers who you don't even know, who are on Zoom in another state, you share this bond. I will never forget this reading. There are many readings that I've done years ago that will always remain in my heart. For example, Ben, who came through to me, to his mother Cindy. For example, Kane, who came through to his family. So today I was doing a reading for a lady, and her grandmother came through and she showed me an F initial. Her first name started with F. The first thing that this beautiful grandmother wanted to say was that she was on her mother's side. It was her mother's mother. She said that her granddaughter and her really never met, which was true. She said that her and her granddaughter didn't really have any connection whatsoever. And she told me that she was overseas, which was true. And she died overseas. So my client really never had a connection with this grandmother. And although she never had a connection with her grandmother, I said to her, your grandmother is a really special spiritual guide for you. You may not have known her in this life, but you have had many lives with her. And when you go home and you see her again, you will know her. You will know her soul. See, what we have is a soul family that we travel with each lifetime. And although we may not know who they are, we know them when we go home to spirit. So this beautiful grandmother was really strong, and my client was a very strong lady. I said, your strength comes from your mother's mother, your grandmother here, who is with you. And she was just giving her lots of praise and telling her how much she loves her, and that she's just a beautiful, strong lady. And then her dad was there. He came through immediately with a T initial, and his first name started with T. He told me that he passed of an illness, which was true. And then her father gave her a beautiful rose. I said, he's giving you a beautiful rose, a red rose. And she cried. She said, my God, she said, my name actually means rose in a different language, in my language. And my father would always give me red roses. And tears just rolled down her face. But the most interesting but sad thing about this reading is that at the beginning of the reading, I knew she'd lost a child. And I was like, I don't want to go there. But anyway, first of all, her grandmother came through very strong. Then her father. Her father was saying that there's someone here who needs to say sorry. They want to say sorry. And of course, my client started crying. And I said, you've lost a child? And she said, yes. She said, I've lost my daughter. And I said, I know. I said, she's saying sorry. Tears rolled down her eyes again. And I said, is there any way you can send me a photo of your daughter? Which sometimes I ask for once I bring them through. And I said, I'm really going to have to take my time with this connection. I said, normally people come rushing in really easily and give me more information. But this one, she's stepping back. She's stepping back and she's behind your father. And she doesn't really want to come forward. She's saying, I'm sorry. And I can't share with you how she passed, but it was sudden. And it was personal. It was a difficult passing. As soon as I looked at this photo, I said, she told me she died when she was 27. And her mother said, yes, she was 27 when she passed. This connection, the way she passed and the other information that was coming through was just something that's affected me. I won't forget about this. I can't forget about it. Her daughter was so sorry, and she kept saying, will you forgive me? And it was just so hard. It was so hard from both ends. So not just from, her mother's side and the loss, but from the spiritual side. Although Her daughter said she was at peace and she was okay. She kept saying, I'm with the family, I'm with the rest of the family, and I'm okay. There was this need to be forgiven from spirit. And in time, her mother will. But at this point in time, it was very hard, very hard. This beautiful girl also said that she passed 2 years ago. And her mother said, yes, she passed away 2 years ago. See, when I'm connecting with the other side, they come through with very clear messages that are something that they want to pass on, which is evidential. Of course, there was more information that I can't share. It is quite personal and I don't really want to share it. But I just want to say that it really does affect me. I want to forget about this beautiful girl and her mother, all complete strangers, but somehow it's affected me. I just want to say that if you do and you have lost a child, and I've brought through many children, that I'm sorry, but know that they're not gone. They're with you still. They're still there, and that they are with loved ones, and they'll always be there for you, and you will see them again.